Michael Bruntz, Brian Christopherson with a Husker247 3-minute drill on a very newsy Monday in Lincoln, Nebraska. Nebraska getting ready for its final 3 games of the regular season, searching for that 6th win for bowl eligibility, and will do so with a new offensive coordinator and play caller in Dana Holgorsen, just announced today. Brian, run us through that.
Yeah, huge news. We knew Dana Holgorsen was in town. He was called last Sunday by Matt Rhule to come consult. But by Monday or Tuesday of last week, Rhule knew that Holgorsen was going to be the play caller. So obviously, monumental news to bring in the former head coach of both Houston and West Virginia. Rhule's very familiar with them. Used to go to like coaching seminars where Holgorsen would talk, coached against them when they were both in the Big 12. Calls him one of the great offensive minds. And now he's got 3 games with this Husker crew to try to get this offense that is only averaging a little more than 18 points per Big 10 game going a little bit more, and they're going to need it as they go to USC Saturday.
Yeah, and it's interesting timing, obviously. You don't often see an offensive coordinator, a new offensive coordinator and play caller coming in from outside the program in the middle of the season like this. Matt Rhule kind of talked about the timing.
Yep.
And you get the 3 games to kind of assess personnel, figure out what you're going to do offensively. And they're not going to come out against USC running air raid. You know, that they're going to try to accentuate what Nebraska does well, find some things that work, maybe unlock a few personnel changes that might help you. But this is a good kind of preview, I guess, of what the personnel would look like in a Dana Holgorsen offense with the transfer portal opening in December, and also, signing day coming up quickly in a few weeks here. So not ideal timing, but I think when you kind of unpack it a little bit, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it sure does in sort of our modern college football era. It is interesting timing from this perspective, too. The quarterback situation for Nebraska is in flux as well because of an injury to Dylan Raiola. Had that back contusion that he suffered against UCLA down near the goal line. Rhule seemed optimistic last week when he talked to us that he'd be ready, but today it was a little more hazy, it felt like, and he said, we'll see what Raiola can do tomorrow. They've been getting Harburg and Danny Kalen ready, so obviously Heinrich would be first up if Dylan couldn't go. So that's going to be something we're going to have to track throughout the rest of the week. Matt Rhule will speak again Thursday. We'll see if he has a clear answer on who the quarterback is, but that would normally be the big headline of the day. Today it's down at like number 5 or 6 as we go through all the Holgorsen, possibilities and the stories we got with that.
So a lot to unpack this week. We won't hear from Dana Holgorsen leading up to the OSC game. Probably hear from him next week. But lots to follow with the quarterback situation. Nebraska's new offensive coordinator. Keep it locked on Husker247 for all the latest from Lincoln.